Yeah, super unfortunate, right? Ooh. Okay. Well, as you all saw, the delay did happen. Today is, I keep wanting to say it's the 25th, but this is being recorded / streamed on July 24th, Wednesday. And we found out earlier this morning that our worst fears, okay, let me back up once. Okay, so Bohemian did submit the 104 version that we've been playing on PC to the Microsoft and Sony certification process. And the bad news is, like the worst case scenario happened where there was an error, and they had to resubmit. Now, according to them, they said it could be a couple of days. We'll kind of go over, I'll read back what they actually posted, but what does that mean for us on consoles, PlayStation, Xbox? We're basically waiting even longer with all this dupe stuff everywhere, which is killing me. We did a late stream, Wednesday, hoping that we catch the update. Didn't see it. Saw the update late, or their post on Twitter, and I was like, oh man. So I guess we'll just have to wait another week or so. I hope it's a week or less. But okay. So to go back to what we were talking about earlier, I'm going on there. I wish I had something to show you this with, or that it was on the overlay, but excuse me. Okay, so okay, the first post they had, Twitter. That's all survival games. Hang on. Where was it? Where are you? Okay, status report, additional status report for clarity in certain issues. I think this is it. Nope, that's not it. I had this just the other day, dang it. Stable servers, stable servers. Come on, give me the console action. So they had... Yeah, it's all about the survival games. Hang on, it's further down. I'll find you. There it is. Okay. So initially, this was... was this July 16th? They were talking about the status report for July for the consoles, and they said back then that they were submitting the version that's currently on PC to was it Sony and Microsoft? Geez, and they said it would take roughly 3 to 7 days if things went as planned. So they did post, and I've got this again. Sorry for the delay here, but man, I just had these up. Why am I so bad at this? Oh yeah, the update is also going to be bringing private servers. I know they do have those posted now. I guess you can pre-order them. There's a lot of vanilla settings there. I don't think you'll be able to change loot tables or anything else. That's speculation on my part, but based off of the information that they gave and what they said in the flavor text there on the top, flavor text, well, the description, it looks like it'll be more vanilla. So it looks like you can change the time compression, so how long the day is, how long the nights are, that kind of thing. And the good news is, and to kind of like put some more positivity on this, because I know we're going to get a ton of people back, step 1, don't build a base. But the good news is, 104 is bringing fixes for all the duping that's known up to this point. And that's awesome, because it'll get rid of stuff like this. That's all over places like Solnichi Factory in the Shoreline, which is A4. It's a zoo down there. If you played on PlayStation or Xbox, you know what I'm talking about. So the good news is, my overlay just freak out? Come on now. The good news is there is patches for those things as far as I know, and if by some off chance there is another dupe, which is entirely possible, becomes an issue, the community servers will be the place of refuge, because think about it now, if you had a server, they're basically standalone servers. They're not connected to the Hive, and there's no like central database for those servers. When you have a character on that server, it's just for that server. And as far as I understand it, from what I've been able to look up, because I actually dug into it a little bit, any duping method up to this point has always included server hopping to some degree. So you would need some kind of centralized area, or I'm sorry, database, and you would also need to be able to jump to multiple servers. So basically what that means is, for people that aren't deep in the the cancer that is duping on consoles, right? Like, or you don't know about it. Thank goodness if you don't. Basically what that means is, if there are community servers, there will be no duping or ghosting on there, even if there was no anti-ghosting built into the game. So basically, if we had it right now, ghosting wouldn't be a problem, and we would all just go to the private servers to get our game experience until the game's fixed. So just imagine this, like after 104, if there's some kind of crazy exploit that everybody's doing and we can't stop it, the community servers are going to be the place to go. And to answer anybody's question, yes, we are doing a community server here for Jade Monkey and the BoiFriendSquad. So that'll be cool. More information on that in the Discord. It should also be in the description below. And maybe in the comments, depending on when you watch this, because again, I record this. If you're in the chat right now, I'll give you the link. Man, I cannot type. I'll give you the link in the chat. Hold up. Or Nightbot will. Boom. Anyways, back to the announcement. So we heard today, and today is the 24th. Today's Wednesday, July 24th. I'm in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. They gave us a status report, and we had to dig a little bit, but they said, and this kind of clues us in, and this is why I'll give you what they said, and then I'll give you my estimation, which hopefully is I hope it's good. Okay, so they said I'm on the wrong one. Jeez. Why am I so bad? There it is. I see it. Okay. So solo survivors on Xbox and PlayStation were like, yes. It says, we're happy to share some information on private servers coming to you on your console soon. Okay. Private servers will support... Private server support from our side will begin with the update 104. This update was originally scheduled for the end of July. Yeah, don't we know it? It says, but as we've had to resubmit the update, it says it might be delayed by a couple of days. Realistically, that's probably going to be 3 days. It could be anywhere between 3 and 7, and that's from today. So this is when they actually posted. Actually, it just turned Thursday, but it was on Wednesday morning, right? So July 24th. Let's see. It could be a couple days. It might be delayed by a couple days. It says, we're well aware you can't wait to get your hands on this update. We'll keep you posted. That is the understatement of the century. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you how bad I'm aching in the nether regions to get this. Like... And especially after playing 104 on the PC, it's got us super pumped up for it. And you know why. I mean, we've done numerous videos on it. Okay, so if you guys want to know what the private servers are, player main servers, will private servers persist? Yes. What tools do you get with it? Okay, so I guess just to give you the rundown, server name, password, time, and time acceleration. Maximum player count up to 100. Whoa. Access to in-game logs, monitoring what's happening on your server, and server messages. So that's cool. The servers, again, will be available 104. I'm reading this off of their website, by the way. I wish I had this as an overlay on this particular computer that I'm using, but I don't, unfortunately. So I'm trying to read it to you guys. And they will be like cloud servers. So I think it's done through, I don't even know how to say this service. Is it Nitrado? Basically the same people that do, and I hate to bring this in comparison, but the people that do custom servers, rented servers for Ark, please don't associate meshing and all that trash with this game. You can also set the camera view, so you can have a hardcore or a third person. Or yeah, is that right? Third person camera? I think that's right. So yeah, basically, in summary, they whatever the build was that they submitted to Sony and Microsoft, that's how the certification process works. Once they get a stable build on the PC, they then submit it, and if things go well, it gets passed through certification in about 3 to 7 days. Well, right on the end of the 7th day, which was Wednesday, the 24th, something bounced, so they resubmitted it, and hopefully, they're saying a couple of days. I'm going to assume, because these are work days, right, and they're in a different time zone. Typically, when these things are released, it's anywhere between 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is in the morning because of, again, the studio location and time zone difference. And that's typical. This is what's happened for us almost over the last year or so because we've been playing on Xbox. So, you know, that pertains to console because, again, PlayStation and Xbox get the same version. So that's typically when it happens. So I'm going to also say work days. And again, this is my guesstimation here. So we have what? Thursday, which is a new day today, and then Friday. They typically don't release on Friday, but it is possible. So here's what I'm going to say. Plan for late next week, realistically. Like, set your expectation there, and just be excited if it comes early. Is it possible for it to come Thursday and Friday? Yes. Is it more likely to be next week? Yes. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of us are just dying to get it. Believe me, we are too. We play heavily over here. Robert says, so horny for this update. Dude. I know, right? Phew. Well, I mean, the good news is we're getting a lot of good stuff, and the 104 is great. Some of the questions some of the people have been asking me in the comments and elsewhere, which are totally understandable, are how is the performance? Because we virtually have the same performance, and even people that have PlayStations and Xbox both have said it's about the same on both of them. It's not great because it needs to be optimized, and we're talking about DayZ version 102, the one we're currently in right now. So we're waiting for 104. 104's improvement on PC was better than 102 and 103. So really, honestly, it's going to be a hard tell until we actually see this software on the hardware running, both for Xbox and PlayStation. So we'll see. Everything looks good so far, but I mean, I said that yesterday about the update, and then we got canned. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. But everything else, a lot of quality of life is coming for us, and that's very exciting. We just can't wait for it, right? Like, we're dying over here. So I'm hoping it's this week, but let's be honest, it's most likely going to be next week. And that's, again, with another caveat, if things go as planned. As far as I know, they haven't bombed 2 submissions at the back-to-back like that. So fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed, right? I know, we're anxious too, but we'll keep you posted, and we'll definitely be doing streams and posting videos about 104. And again, once we do another DayZ on the PC, because I don't know if you know this, but on the PC side, they've had 104 for a handful of weeks, and then, you know, that's the version that gets submitted. So we have access to that. So when we do a 104 stream, I should say a DayZ 104 stream, you know, come with your questions. We'll test stuff out with you guys. Like, we had people ask us, do grenades do damage to walls? And I was like, I didn't even think of that. Stuff like that. So whenever we do that, by all means, come along, check out, see what we're doing, ask us questions, because we want to know like you guys want to know. And yeah, it should be a good time. We'll also be mixing in a few other streams from other games, giving them some love before the big update. I guess it gives us time to give like Star Citizen some love and some Space Engineers over on the PC. Because let's be honest, when 104 hits, we're going deep, like super deep. Oh wow, it's gonna be nuts. So, and stay tuned for our custom server that we'll be having here in DayZ. I'm not sure about all the specifications yet that we're gonna be initiating, but again, all those details will be in the Discord. So be sure to check that out, and hopefully this information helps everybody. And I think we're going to be moving on to maybe some booty cheek clapping, because we haven't done that in a hot minute. And I'm assuming, isn't server maintenance today? I always forget with this happening like in the middle of the night, right? Okay, so worst case scenario, the servers will go down at 2 a.m. for maintenance, which is not the update as far as I know. But okay, so another caveat, if by some weird chance this comes out Thursday or Friday, everything else stops and we're just doing this. Just so you know, like, we're doing 104 so deep. We got our Discord, the Boyfriend Squad, the Good Dude Network, like, we're all going deep on this thing. So yeah, anything else we had planned is going to be put on hold for whatever the update is, whenever it happens. So again, most likely going to be next week. Is it possible to happen Thursday or Friday? Yeah, but I wouldn't, you know, bet on it. You know what I mean? So fingers crossed. And again, that's if the submission goes well. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to have to hot swap my character to somebody that's on the shoreline, because that's where all the action happens. You know what I'm talking about. Swish.